Part 1. The Celestial Enigma. The cosmos was painted with stars, a sprawling tapestry that glimmered above the sleek hull of the Vigilant Harvest. Captain Elara Voss stood on the observation deck, her eyes scanning the endless void. A seasoned explorer and navigator, she'd charted countless regions of known space, but this mission was unlike any other. The Consortium, the governing body of the 7 allied star systems, had discovered a peculiar anomaly at the fringes of the Icaran Divide, an area long shrouded in mystery and superstition. Alara's task was to investigate the anomaly, rumored to be a remnant of the long-lost Conclave, a powerful coalition that had vanished millennia past. As she pondered the possibilities, the ship's AI, Cal, interrupted her thoughts. "Captain Voss, incoming transmission from the Consortium Command. Shall I patch it through?" Elara nodded, brushing her silver-streaked hair behind her ear. The holographic display flickered to life, revealing the stern visage of Admiral Kane, a man known for both his strategic brilliance and his unwavering adherence to protocol. "Captain Voss," Admiral Kane began, his voice a baritone rumble, "the anomaly may contain artifacts or technologies of the ancient Conclave. Your mission is to secure any findings and ensure they do not fall into the wrong hands. Be prepared for hostilities. We've detected increased activity from Krellan marauders in the region." Elara's gaze hardened. The Krellans were notorious for raiding expeditions, their ships cloaked in stealth tech that made them ghosts in the ether. "Understood, Admiral. We'll proceed with caution." As the transmission ended, Elara turned to her crew, a diverse assembly of specialists, each an expert in their field. First Officer Talon, a former astrophysicist with a penchant for theorizing the impossible. Dr. Saris, a xenoarchaeologist with sharp eyes and sharper instincts, and Lieutenant Aaron, a young prodigy in engineering whose modifications had turned the Vigilant Harvest into a ship of unrivaled efficiency. "Set course for the anomaly," Elara commanded, "and keep shields at maximum readiness." With practiced precision, the crew engaged the ship's engines, and the stars stretched into lines of light as they entered hyperspace. The journey to the Icaran Divide was uneventful, a silent whisper through the interstellar medium. As they emerged from hyperspace, the anomaly lay before them, a swirling mass of ethereal blue light, suspended like a celestial jewel against the dark backdrop. Dr. Saris leaned closer to the viewport, her eyes alight with curiosity. "Incredible," she breathed. "The energy readings are off the charts. This could be a Conclave gate." "A gateway?" Talon mused, fingers dancing across his console. "To where?" Elara considered the possibilities. The Conclave had been masters of reality-bending technologies, capable of incredible feats. If this was indeed a gate, it could hold the secrets to untold power or unimaginable peril. "Let's find out," Elara decided, steering the ship closer to the anomaly. As they approached, the ship's sensors went haywire. Alarms blared, and lights flickered ominously. The anomaly pulsed with energy, drawing them in like a siren's call. "Captain, we're being pulled in," Aaron shouted, struggling with the controls. "Increase power to the thrusters," Elara ordered. But it was too late. The Vigilant Harvest was caught in the anomaly's gravitational embrace, spiraling into the unknown. A blinding flash enveloped the ship, and then, silence. The crew found themselves in an alien system, the stars unfamiliar, and the vastness of space filled with colossal structures, remnants of the Conclave, floating like ancient sentinels. "Where are we?" Saris asked, her voice a mix of awe and fear. "Not in Kansas anymore," Talon quipped, trying to mask his own trepidation. "Scan the area," Elara instructed, her mind racing. They were in uncharted territory, on the fringes of known space, or perhaps beyond. The stakes had never been higher, and the first twist of their journey had just begun. As the scan commenced, it revealed a massive artifact, a station, intact and operational. It emanated a beacon signal, matching ancient conclave frequencies. "Prepare a boarding party," Ilara said, determination hardening her resolve. "We need to find out what the conclave left behind, and why." As the vigilant harvest maneuvered towards the station, they couldn't shake the feeling they were being watched, that they had triggered something ancient and sentient. The echoes of the conclave beckoned, and Ilara knew their adventure was only beginning. Part 2. The Watchers Awaken. The boarding craft glided towards the conclave station, its hull shimmering with latent energy. Ilara led the team, her heart pounding with anticipation and dread. Talon and Saris flanked her, their faces lit by the glow of their helmets' visors, while Aaron stayed behind to monitor the ship's systems, ready to extract them if things went awry. The docking bay doors of the station were open, a silent invitation. As they stepped inside, the air was charged with static, a testament to the station's dormant power. The walls were etched with intricate glyphs and symbols, telling stories of a civilization long vanished. "These inscriptions," Saris murmured, tracing her fingers along the carvings. "They're a history, a record of the Conclave's achievements and their eventual downfall." Talon knelt by a console, wiping away centuries of dust. "The technology here is far beyond anything I've ever seen. If we can get this place operational, the benefits would be limitless." Ilara nodded, though a chill ran down her spine. The station was silent, yet it felt alive, as if waiting for something or someone. Suddenly, a low hum reverberated through the chamber. Lights flickered to life, casting an eerie luminescence over the ancient hallways. The station was reawakening, its systems activating, one by one. "Captain, I'm detecting a spike in energy levels." Aaron's voice crackled over the comms. "It's as if the station is rebooting itself." Ilara's eyes narrowed. "Stay alert. Something's triggered a response." As they ventured deeper, they found themselves in a central chamber, dominated by a towering obelisk of crystal and metal. It was a command interface, radiating power and knowledge. Saris approached, her hands trembling with excitement. "This might be the heart of the station," she said, reaching out to touch the obelisk. As her fingers brushed the cool surface, the room shimmered, and a holographic figure materialized, a conclave sentinel, its features elegant yet austere. It regarded them with ancient eyes, evaluating. "Intruders of the future," it intoned, its voice resonant. "You have awakened the Watchers. State your purpose." Ilara stepped forward, her voice steady. "We seek to understand the Conclave and protect its legacy. We mean no harm." The Sentinel's gaze shifted, assessing their sincerity. The Conclave entrusted guardianship to the Watchers, to preserve and protect its knowledge from those unworthy. Prove your intent through trials of wisdom, courage, and unity. As the Sentinel spoke, the chamber transformed, walls shifting and rearranging into a labyrinth of challenges. The team exchanged glances, bracing themselves. "This is our only chance," Ilara said, her resolve firm. "Let's prove ourselves." The first trial tested their intellect, challenging them with puzzles that defied conventional understanding. Talon's mind danced through the complexities, unraveling the Conclave's logic, with insights gleaned from years of astrophysics. They moved on, passing the first challenge. But each trial grew more perilous, pushing them to their limits. The second trial demanded bravery, confronting the team with illusions of their deepest fears. Ilara faced specters of her past, a failed mission that haunted her soul. Yet she stood firm, knowing that courage was not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. As they traversed the trials, they began to understand the Conclave's philosophy, a blend of intellect and empathy, power tempered with responsibility. The final trial required unity, a test of their cohesion as a team. They were presented with a scenario where sacrifice was necessary for success. It was Saris who proposed the solution, her voice filled with conviction. "We've come this far together," she said. "We trust each other and act as one." Their unity resonated with the station, the trials dissolving as the sentinel reappeared, its demeanor approving. "You have proven worthy," it declared. "The Watchers shall guide you." As the hologram faded, the obelisk pulsated with newfound energy, revealing a star map, a pathway linking the Conclave stations scattered across the galaxy. These coordinates, hidden for millennia, held the key to rekindling the Conclave's legacy. As they absorbed the enormity of their discovery, an alert flashed on their comms. Aaron's voice was urgent. "Captain, multiple ships have entered the system. It's the Kralin Marauders. They're heading straight for us." The threat was real, the stakes higher than ever. With the Conclave's secret in hand, they had to escape and outmaneuver their pursuers. A deadly game of cat and mouse in the stars. "The Watchers have chosen us," Alara said, her eyes steely. "Now let's make sure their legacy doesn't fall into the wrong hands." With renewed purpose, they raced back to the Vigilant Harvest, ready to face whatever came next. Their adventure far from over. Art 3. The Marauder's Gambit. In the vacuum of space, the Krellin Marauders approached, their ships sleek and menacing, predators in an endless night. Ilara and her crew prepared the Vigilant Harvest for the inevitable confrontation, their minds sharp with the adrenaline of survival. "Shields up, weapons systems online," Ilara commanded, her voice a calm counterpoint to the rising tension. "We can't let them capture us or the station." Aaron's hands danced over the engineering console, diverting power to reinforce the ship's defenses. "I've rerouted auxiliary power to the shields. We should be able to withstand their initial assault." Talon monitored the tactical display, calculating trajectories and potential escape vectors. "They're forming a blockade, but if we can outmaneuver them, we might make it to hyperspace." The Marauders hailed them, a message crackling over the comms. The face of Captain Zarek, a notorious Krelin leader, filled the screen. His features were sharp, his eyes gleaming with predatory intelligence. "Captain Voss," Zarek said with a sneer, "it seems you've stumbled upon something valuable. Surrender your findings, and I might let you live." Alara met his gaze, unwavering. "If you think we'll hand over the Conclave's secrets, you're gravely mistaken." Zarek chuckled a cold, mirthless sound. "Bravery or folly, I suppose we'll find out." The transmission cut, and the Marauders launched their attack, energy beams slicing through the void. The Vigilant Harvest danced through the onslaught, weaving between enemy fire with precision. As Aaron coaxed every ounce of speed from the engines, Talon fed targeting data to the weapon systems. The Vigilant Harvest retaliated, its armaments lighting up the darkness with retaliatory salvos. Inside the ship, the tension was palpable. Saris worked furiously at her station, analyzing the tactical feed. "Their formation has a weak point on the left flank," she noted. "If we can exploit it, we might break through." Alara seized the opportunity, steering the ship with expert hands. They hurtled towards the gap, the Marauder ships scrambling to intercept them. The battle was fierce, a ballet of destruction and defiance. Each maneuver was a high-stakes gamble, every moment an inch closer to freedom or oblivion. "Captain, energy readings are spiking," Aaron warned, They're preparing to launch a disruptor. Could disable our systems completely. Ilara's mind raced. They needed a plan, a tactic the Marauders wouldn't anticipate. Her gaze fell on the star map displayed on the console, the path to the other Conclave stations. A daring idea took shape. Talon, plot a course through the anomaly. It's risky, but it might buy us the time we need. Talon hesitated, the uncertainty tangible. If the anomaly destabilizes, it could rip us apart. Calculated risk, Ilara replied, her voice resolute. It's our best shot. The crew acknowledged the command, knowing the gamble was their only chance. They veered towards the anomaly, the Marauders hot on their tail. As they plunged into the swirling nexus, the ship shuddered, alarms blaring. The vortex twisted around them, a tempest of energy and time. But the vigilant harvest held together, emerging in a distant sector, far from the Marauders' reach. Breathing a collective sigh of relief, the crew embraced the brief respite. Yet the true challenge lay ahead, deciphering the Conclave star map and uncovering its secrets before their enemies made another move. With determination burning in their hearts, they set course for the first destination on the map, a distant world, rumored to hold a Conclave citadel. As stars streaked past, Ilara felt the pull of destiny guiding them, the echoes of the Conclave resonating through the cosmos. They were custodians of an ancient legacy, bound on a journey that could reshape the galaxy's future. A journey fraught with peril, discovery, and the promise of the unknown. Part 4. The Citadel's Revelation. The journey to the Conclave Citadel was a voyage through the heart of the unknown. Each step forward, a dance with possibility and risk. The coordinates led them to a distant star system, its sun an amber jewel, casting a golden hue across a verdant planet below. As the vigilant harvest approached, they could see the sprawling expanse of the citadel, rising from the planet's surface like an ancient guardian. Ilara marveled at its grandeur, towers spiraling into the sky, their surfaces adorned with luminescent patterns that pulsed with life. It was as if the citadel was a living entity, breathing alongside the rhythms of the world. The crew prepared for descent, excitement and trepidation mingling in their hearts. This was a place of legend, a sanctuary of the Conclave's most cherished knowledge and innovations. The Citadel promised answers if they could decipher its mysteries. Captain, atmosphere is stable and breathable, Talon reported, his eyes fixed on the readouts. No signs of hostile activity, but I'd advise caution. Ilara nodded. Let's not take any chances. We don't know what we'll find, or what might be guarding it. The landing was smooth, the ship settling at the edge of the Citadel grounds. As the crew disembarked, they were enveloped by the planet's serene ambiance. The air was perfumed with the scent of alien flora, and gentle winds whispered through the crystalline foliage. Saris led the way, her eyes bright with anticipation. This is incredible, she said, her voice filled with wonder. Imagine what we might learn here. They ventured into the citadel, past towering archways and through corridors lined with translucent panels. The architecture was not just functional, but artistic, each element designed with both precision and grace. In the central atrium, an array of obelisks stood, each inscribed with a different facet of the Conclave's wisdom, philosophy, science, art, and more. Holographic interfaces hovered above each obelisk, inviting interaction. These are archives, Saris realized, her hands deftly navigating the displays. A repository of all the Conclave's knowledge. It's beyond anything we could have imagined. While Saris immersed herself in the data, Talon searched for any technological insights. He found himself drawn to a console projecting schematics of advanced energy systems, ideas that could revolutionize their understanding of physics and technology. Ilara, meanwhile, felt a tug towards a distant chamber, its entrance subtly marked by a symbol, a pair of intertwined orbs. She recognized it from the conclave's historical records, a symbol of unity and enlightenment. Inside, the chamber was sparse, save for a central dais. As she approached, the dais activated, projecting a life-sized hologram of a conclave elder. Its gaze was serene, its voice echoing with wisdom. "Traveler of the stars, guardian of the future," the elder spoke, its words resonating through Ilara's mind. "You stand on the threshold of understanding. The conclave's legacy is not just ours, but yours to carry forward." Ilara listened intently, the weight of responsibility settling upon her shoulders. The elder continued, sharing insights into the conclave's purpose, their hopes and fears, and the ultimate reason for their disappearance. A great schism, a philosophical divide that led them to retreat from the galaxy, leaving their knowledge as a gift for those who would come after. Tears welled in Ilara's eyes, the depth of their wisdom touching her soul. "We will honor your legacy," she vowed, her voice a quiet promise to the ages. As she turned to leave, the elder imparted a final revelation, a hidden chamber beneath the citadel, a vault of artifacts and technologies waiting to be rediscovered. Rejoining her team, Ilara shared what she had learned. Together, they descended into the depths, the passage lit by a soft luminescence that guided their way. The vault was a treasure trove of wonders, devices gleaming with potential, artifacts whispering tales of forgotten epics. Among them, they discovered a crystalline sphere, its surface flickering with internal light. It was a memory core, a repository of the conclave's most precious teachings, encoded for those who would continue their work. As they prepared to return to the vigilant harvest, Ilara felt the weight of their discovery. The citadel had revealed its secrets, and with it, a new chapter for the galaxy, a chance to build a future inspired by the past. But as they ascended from the vault, a shadow crossed their path. A figure emerged from the depths, its presence unexpected and enigmatic, an emissary of the conclave, preserved through the ages to ensure their legacy thrived in the hands of those chosen by destiny. The emissary greeted them with a knowing smile, its voice gentle yet firm. "Your journey is far from over," it said. "The galaxy awaits your guidance, and the stars yearn to hear your song." With their hearts full of newfound purpose, Ilara and her crew returned to their ship, ready to embrace the challenges and wonders that lay ahead. The conclave's echo resonated through them, a call to adventure, unity, and destiny, a call they were ready to answer. Part 5. The Cosmic Tapestry. As the vigilant harvest ascended from the citadel, the crew felt an invigorating sense of purpose. Their ship, now carrying the conclave's legacy and the enigmatic emissary, set a course for their next destination, guided by the ancient star map. Their journey led them to a star system bathed in a nebula's vibrant hues, where solar winds painted the skies with shifting patterns of color and light. It was here that they sought the second conclave stronghold, rumored to be a haven of cosmic artistry and innovation. As they entered orbit, a sprawling structure came into view, a vast orbital habitat, its design an elegant lattice of mirrored surfaces that reflected the nebula's beauty. This was the atelier of stars, a sanctuary where the conclave had nurtured their most creative minds. Ilara and her team, accompanied by the emissary, docked at the habitat. The air within was filled with melodies, harmonies that seemed to flow from the walls themselves. resonating with the heartbeat of the universe. Here, the conclave had crafted music, art, and science into a unified symphony of expression. An array of sculptures and kinetic structures adorned the habitat, each piece a testament to the conclave's mastery of form and function. As the crew explored, they encountered a group of inhabitants, descendants of the artisans who had once called this place home, their lives dedicated to preserving their ancestors' legacy. Among them was Lyra, a master of the harmonic arts, whose presence was as captivating as the habitat itself. Her eyes sparkled with the nebulous colors, and her voice carried the melodic cadence of a songbird. "Welcome, travelers of the stars," she greeted, her tone as warm as the light that bathed them. "You have come to a sacred place, where each creation is a celebration of life's infinite beauty." Ceres, entranced by the artistry, asked, "How have you maintained this haven across the millennia?" Lyra gestured to the structures around them. "The conclave imbued us with their wisdom, teaching us to live in harmony with the cosmos. We are but caretakers of their vision." Guided by Lyra, the crew visited the heart of the habitat, a chamber where the conclave had woven the cosmic tapestry, a grand canvas depicting the galaxy's history, its present, and possible futures. Each thread was a star, each weave a pathway through space and time. As Alora studied the tapestry, she felt a profound connection to the galaxy's ebb and flow, the intricate dance of celestial bodies mirrored in the choices and dreams of her own journey. The emissary, observing the artwork, added, "The conclave understood that all things are interconnected, each decision shaping the fabric of reality. They called it the Great Weave." Lyra nodded, her eyes soft with understanding. "We've preserved their teachings, and now we share them with you, so the tapestry may continue to grow." While Talon and Aaron explored the habitat's technological wonders, discoveries that hinted at new ways of harnessing energy and communicating across vast distances, Ceres delved deeper into the archives of art and history, uncovering tales of conclave artisans whose works had inspired entire civilizations. As their visit drew to a close, Lyra gifted Ilara a small, glowing orb, a harmonic crystal resonating with the song of the universe. "May this guide you on your path," a reminder of the conclave's harmony. Touched by the gesture, Ilara thanked Lyra, promising to honor the legacy they were entrusted with. With hearts full and minds alight with inspiration, the crew returned to the vigilant harvest. As they departed, the nebula swirled around them, a celestial dance of colors and light, a reminder of the boundless creativity the conclave had cherished. Their next destination awaited, a world spoken of in hushed tones, a place where the conclave had experimented with life itself, shaping ecosystems and designing new forms of existence. As they traveled through the iridescent sea of stars, the crew felt a growing sense of awe and responsibility. The conclave's legacy was not just knowledge, but a living testament to the potential within them all, a cosmic tapestry they were destined to weave together. Art 6. The Garden of Genesis. The vigilant harvest followed the conclave's star map to a distant system where the stars were clustered in tight constellations, creating a celestial nest. Nestled within this stellar cradle was a planet of emerald and azure, a biosphere teeming with the promise of life, an untouched Eden that the conclave had affectionately called the Garden of Genesis. As they entered the atmosphere, The air shimmered with vitality. The planet's surface was a lush tapestry of ecosystems, each more vibrant than the last. Towering trees with leaves of iridescent hues reached towards the sky, their branches swaying in a gentle symphony. The sound of unseen creatures filled the air, a chorus of nature itself. The crew disembarked onto a sunlit meadow, where the ground was soft with moss that cushioned their steps. This was a world shaped by the Conclave's hand, a laboratory of life where every organism was crafted with care and purpose. Saris, an explorer at heart, was captivated by the ecosystem's complexity. "This is incredible," she murmured. "The Conclave didn't just study life, they sculpted it, designed it in ways we can only begin to understand." Ilara felt the energy of the place, a palpable thrum beneath her feet. "There's wisdom here, embedded in every living thing. We must tread lightly, for this is a sacred place." As they ventured deeper into the garden, they came upon a series of crystalline structures, entwined with vines and flowers. These were the Conclave's laboratories, now overgrown yet undisturbed, as if nature itself had embraced them in gentle arms. Here, they met Elion, a solitary guardian, a being whose features mirrored both human and alien, a fusion of species that embodied the Conclave's experiments in genetic symbiosis. Elion's presence was serene, their eyes reflecting the wisdom of countless lifetimes. "Welcome, travelers," Elion said, their voice a gentle rustle, like wind through leaves. "I am the caretaker of this realm, entrusted with the stewardship of life's tapestry." Talon, ever curious, asked, "How have you preserved this place for so long?" Elion gestured to the flourishing landscape around them. "The Conclave taught us to live in harmony with creation, to nurture rather than dominate. I am but a humble servant of this world's bounty." The crew explored the laboratories, discovering records of the Conclave's genetic endeavors, an exploration of life's potential, the merging of traits to create resilient species, capable of thriving in diverse environments. In one chamber, they found a nursery, where seedlings of hybrid plants were cultivated under soft, nourishing light. Each plant was a marvel, designed to purify air, enrich soil, and provide sustenance, a testament to the Conclave's vision for a sustainable future. Aaron, entranced by the ingenuity, said, "These could revolutionize agriculture throughout the galaxy. Imagine worlds transformed by such biodiversity." Elion smiled, their expression one of hopeful pride. The Conclave believed that balance with nature was key to prosperity. Their legacy is a gift you must share wisely. As the crew delved deeper, they discovered a hidden alcove, where a collection of glowing spheres rested upon pedestals. Each sphere contained the genetic codes of countless species, an arc of life, preserved for future generations. Ilara realized the weight of their discovery, the responsibility it entailed. This is a chance to learn and grow, to ensure that life flourishes across the stars. Before departing, Elion presented them with a vial of bioluminescent seeds, a symbol of renewal and hope. "May these seeds remind you of the Conclave's dream, a galaxy where life's diversity is celebrated and cherished." As they returned to the vigilant harvest, the garden whispered farewells, the wind carrying the promise of new beginnings. The journey had revealed not just the Conclave's wisdom, but the interconnectedness of all beings, a reminder that they were part of a much larger story. With renewed purpose, they set a course for their next destination, guided by the echoes of the Conclave and the legacy they were destined to uphold, a legacy of harmony, creativity, and life. Part 7. The Resonant Veil. Leaving the Garden of Genesis behind, the vigilant harvest embarked on its next voyage, guided by the ancient star map. Their destination was a quiescent region of space that glowed with a spectral light, an area called the Resonant Veil, known for its unique harmonic frequencies that interacted with the very fabric of space-time. As they neared the veil, the ship was gently enveloped by a shimmering aurora, the energy fields around them humming in harmony with the ship's systems. It was as if the cosmos itself was singing, a celestial symphony only the keenest of instruments could perceive. The crew felt the resonance throughout the ship, a soothing vibration that seemed to sync with their own heartbeats. Elara, intrigued by this cosmic phenomenon, ordered a halt to study the environment. The veil was a place of mystery, a remnant of the Conclave's more esoteric pursuits. In the quiet expanse of the observation deck, Talon worked alongside Aaron to analyze the phenomena. The frequencies here are unlike anything we've encountered, Talon noted, his eyes tracking the data streams. It's as though they're harmonizing with our systems, enhancing them. Aaron nodded, excitement brightening his features. It's like the ship itself is becoming an extension of the veil, a symbiotic relationship. As they studied the effects, the ship's sensors detected structures hidden within the veil, floating platforms interwoven with the energy fields, forming a vast interconnected network. Intrigued, Elara led a small team to one of the platforms, her curiosity piqued by the potential discoveries. The platform was ethereal, its architecture fluid and organic, as if grown rather than built. Structures pulsed with light and sound, creating an ambient harmony that resonated with their souls. There they met a being known as Harmona, an entity composed of luminescent energy, its form shifting with the frequencies around it. Harmona's presence was calming, its voice a melodious chord in the ambient symphony. "Welcome, seekers of harmony," Harmona intoned, its words a soothing cadence. "You walk upon the resonant veil, a place where the Conclave sought to understand the universe's song." Elara, captivated by the being's presence, asked, "What purpose does this place serve?" Harmona gestured with an elegant motion, the space around them shimmering with intricate patterns. Here, the Conclave learned to listen, to the stars, to each other, and to themselves. They believed that true understanding came from harmony. As they conversed, Elara felt an expansion of awareness, as if the veil itself was opening her mind to new dimensions of understanding. She realized that this place was not merely a physical domain, but a gateway to deeper consciousness. Saris, ever the seeker of knowledge, explored the platform's archives. She discovered records of experiments with harmonic frequencies, how the Conclave had used resonance to heal, to communicate, and even to alter the course of celestial bodies. The Conclave saw the universe as a symphony, Saris mused, where every element played its part in a grand composition. Meanwhile, Talon and Aaron examined the platform's technology. It was a blend of organic and synthetic, designed to interact seamlessly with the cosmic energies. They theorized how such technology could be adapted to enhance communication across vast distances, allowing civilizations to connect in profound ways. As their understanding deepened, Harmona shared a gift, a small device attuned to the veil's frequencies, capable of amplifying harmonic energies. "May this aid you in your journey," Harmona said, a reminder that harmony can transform even the most discordant of paths. With their hearts and minds resonating with newfound insights, the crew returned to the vigilant harvest. As they departed, the veil shimmered in farewell, its song a gentle echo that lingered within them. Their journey continued, each step revealing more of the Conclave's profound legacy, a legacy of unity and understanding, woven into the very fabric of the universe. As they navigated towards the next destination, they carried with them the resonating promise of a galaxy harmonized through time and space, a promise they were committed to fulfilling. Part 8. The Sentinel of Solitude. The journey from the resonant veil was filled with contemplation and introspection, each member of the crew carrying the echo of its harmonies within their hearts. The vigilant harvest glided through the cosmic expanse, guided by the conclave's star map, to a sector known as the Solitude Expanse, a vast region, tranquil and untouched, where stars shimmered like distant lanterns in a midnight sky. Their destination was a solitary planet encircled by asteroid rings that sparkled like a crown of diamonds. As they approached, the planet revealed itself as a serene haven, its surface blanketed with sweeping landscapes of crystalline lakes and towering peaks gleaming under a pale sun. Upon landing, the crew stepped into an otherworldly tranquility, where the only sound was the gentle rustle of the wind through fields of silvery grass. This was a planet of reflection, a place where the conclave had come to seek solitude and clarity. Amidst the landscape, they discovered an ancient observatory, its architecture simple yet profound, constructed from smooth stone and glass that caught the light in mesmerizing patterns. This was the home of the Sentinel, a guardian who had watched over this planet's solitude for centuries. The Sentinel was an enigmatic figure, their form a melding of organic and inorganic, standing as both guide and protector. When they spoke, it was with a voice like softly chiming bells, imbued with wisdom and patience. "Travelers of the stars," the Sentinel greeted, their gaze serene and unwavering. "You tread upon hallowed ground, a sanctuary where the conclave sought peace amidst the universal cacophony." Alara, moved by the serenity of the place, asked, "What purpose did this sanctuary serve for the conclave?" The Sentinel gestured towards the heavens, where constellations danced in the clear sky. This was a place for contemplation, where one could gaze upon the infinite and listen to the quiet whispers of their own soul. To understand the universe, one must first understand oneself. While the crew explored, each found their own form of solace in the sanctuary's embrace. Talon, seated upon a rocky ledge overlooking the valley, pondered the nature of time and space, finding inspiration in the simplicity of the silent stars. Ceres wandered the halls of the observatory, discovering intricate star charts and celestial models that depicted the galaxy as an interconnected whole, a reminder of the conclave's holistic view of existence. In the heart of the observatory, they uncovered a chamber dedicated to meditation, where the air was thick with a tranquil energy that encouraged introspection. It was here that Aaron found a collection of crystals, each resonating with a different frequency, capable of attuning one's mind to the rhythms of the cosmos. Alara spent time in quiet conversation with the Sentinel, discussing the weight of their journey and the responsibility of carrying the conclave's legacy forward. The Sentinel offered guidance, their words gentle and reassuring. "The journey you undertake is not just one of discovery, but of transformation. The conclave's wisdom is a light to guide you, but it is your own understanding that will illuminate the shadows." Before leaving, the Sentinel bestowed upon them a gift, a simple polished stone, etched with the symbol of the conclave. "Let this be a reminder that even in solitude, you are never truly alone." With hearts calmed and spirits renewed, the crew returned to the vigilant harvest, ready to continue their journey. As they departed, the planet receded into the starry backdrop, its quiet beauty a lasting imprint on their souls. Their path led onward, deeper into the tapestry of stars, each waypoint drawing them closer to the heart of the conclave's mysteries. They carried with them the knowledge that the journey was as much an inward exploration as it was an outward quest, a journey towards understanding, unity, and hope. As the stars stretched into streaks of light, the vigilant harvest ventured into the unknown, propelled by the echoes of the past and the promise of the future, a promise they were destined to fulfill. Part 9. The Luminous Nexus. The vigilant harvest sailed through the vastness of space, tracing the speckled map left by the conclave. The next destination pulled them towards a cluster of stars that shimmered like a congregation of distant fireflies, a region known to ancient starfarers as the luminous nexus. The nexus was a convergence point of celestial energies, a place where the fabric of space seemed to quiver with latent potential. As the ship approached, the crew could feel the air tingling with the charge of unseen forces, a sign that this realm was alive with possibilities. Upon arrival, they found a magnificent structure, suspended in the void, a constellation of interlinked spheres, each orbiting the others in a harmonious ballet. This was the Nexus Station, a hub of the Conclave's explorations into multidimensional realities. The crew was drawn to its allure, docking the ship to explore its wonders. Within, they discovered a vast chamber, where the walls glowed with shifting patterns of light and shadow, a living mosaic that danced to the rhythm of an alien heartbeat. In the center of this chamber stood a towering column of crystal, its facets capturing the light and fracturing it into a kaleidoscope of colors. This was the Nexus core, a conduit for the energies that flowed through this extraordinary space. As they approached, the core pulsed with a welcoming warmth, and from its depths emerged a figure, a guardian of the Nexus, composed of shimmering light, its form ephemeral and ever-changing. "Welcome, voyagers," the guardian intoned, its voice a chorus of harmony. "You stand at the crossroads of reality, where the conclave sought to unravel the mysteries of existence." Alara spoke with reverence. "What knowledge lies within these walls?" The guardian extended its luminescent hand, transforming the chamber's surfaces into a panoramic view of the cosmos, a vision of interconnected worlds and alternate realities. Here, the conclave expanded their minds beyond the confines of a single universe, exploring the infinite variations of existence. Saris, captivated by the display, wandered among the visions, each projection a doorway to another possibility, a testament to the conclave's quest to understand every facet of the universe. Talon and Aaron, ever curious, examined the Nexus core's structure, discovering that it was a key, a device capable of unlocking portals to these other dimensions. The potential for exploration was limitless, each path revealing new insights into the nature of reality itself. The Guardian guided them through a series of chambers, each dedicated to a different field of study: quantum physics, philosophy, metaphysics, every discipline woven into the fabric of the conclave's great experiment. In one chamber, they found a library of holographic scrolls containing the recorded experiences of conclave travelers who had ventured into these alternate realms. Their stories were both fantastic and familiar, echoing the shared desires and dreams of all sentient beings. Before departing, the Guardian offered them a fragment of the Nexus core, a luminous shard that vibrated with energy. "This gift is a reminder that boundaries are but illusions, and the universe is more connected than it seems." As the crew returned to the vigilant harvest, they were filled with a deep appreciation for the vast tapestry of possibilities the conclave had embraced. The luminous nexus had offered them a glimpse into the boundless nature of existence, a vision of unity that transcended the limits of time and space. With renewed understanding, they set their course for the next chapter of their journey, carrying with them the luminous spark of potential, a beacon to light their way through the uncharted realms of discovery. The stars awaited, a sprawling canvas upon which they would paint the future, guided by the echoes of the conclave and the promise of what lay beyond, a promise of infinite horizons and the endless dance of creation.